Hello, and welcome to another wonderful Wired Wednesday. My name is Ashley, and this is Google Arts and Culture. So the first thing you want to do is go to artsandculture.google.com. You can choose to sign in just up in the corner if you'd like. If not, that's okay too. You can still browse things. So the first thing you see here is you have choose your interactive experience. So the idea of me doing this is that people are at home right now. They can't leave their houses. And this is a great way to be able to see things and see the world without actually leaving your seat. So we'll go through some things today. So the first one here you have is guess what came first. So they have like two things they'll have you guess. They'll say like, say Oprah, and then they have like an old movie. So what came first? And you click on it. It's like an interactive game that you can play. Create your own opera at home. So they have these little blob guys, and they have them all set as different parts of like a choir. So like they have a tenor, they have a bass, they have a soprano, etc. So you can kind of pull them up and down and create like your own little opera, and then you can record it as well. So it's a really great idea for kids. Explore the Eiffel Tower from home. So you can take a guided tour of the Eiffel Tower. Bring Van Gogh to life with art filters so you can turn yourself into the famous painter. And then this one's really cool. It's the 9 astonishing ceilings that you'll love to zoom into. So what that is it shows you all these historical landmarks with the ceilings of them that have, ceilings that we all have grown to know and love. And then what you do is you can actually click in and zoom in. It actually talks about it, and you can see like the intricate artwork that happened, or like, if it's like a mosaic, like just how intricate these things are. And they were built so long ago. Really neat. And then they have the new art exhibits here and tours of things. And then down here, what we have is what are you interested in? So you can kind of do different things. So I'm going to go into places first. So these are, once again, a great way for you not to leave your couch and be able to see the world, so to speak. So we'll just go down here. I'm just going to go into India here. So it tells you how many items are involved with each one of these. So I'm just going to go into India. So it just talks about India here, and you can read more about India. Then they have all the collections. So they have the collections from all of these museums. And Google has partnered up with so many museums to be able to do these this arts and culture page. So you can click on these and you can go through them and see the collections that are in these museums. Then they have some stories that go along as well that you can kind of go through and see these stories. And then it says discover this place. So this is really cool because you have these pictures and you can click on the pictures and it kind of just tells you about them. So for example, let's just click on, let's do this here. So it tells you about it. So it tells you where it's from, and it tells you what it is and when it was made. And then you can go down and you can kind of see, and then it gives you like additional items as well. And then recommended items at the bottom. And then we have museums. So these are a ton of museums, and you can click on any one of these and it'll take you into some exhibits for these museums. So, people aren't traveling around the world right now. So this is a great way to be able to see what's going on in these museums at the moment, because a lot of stuff has gone to virtual or online. So this is a great way to be able to see these museums. I have know for a fact I've never traveled anywhere in my life. So this is fantastic for me because, I can kind of go through and see these things. And they have, any of the major museums you can think of are on here as well. And then you can also map the museums as well if you're going to if you were ever to travel, it can give you the museums around the world as well. And even local museums as well. Like if you hit this nearby button up here, it'll show you museums and exhibitions that are near us. And then artworks. So they have over 100,000 artworks in here. So you can go through, you can just go by all, or you can go A to Z and you can choose your favorite artist, and then you can go through and you can look at their paintings. So let's just go into one here. I'm just going to take a look here and see. So let's just go into Abram Games. So it gives you a bit about them, and then it gives you their art items. So this person's have a lot of art items on here, but you can still kind of see, you can go through the pictures, and it talks about them and that kind of thing as well. And it gives you other things to look at, recommended ones. And also, this also works on iPads and tablets and phones. It's just through Google, so there's no problem there. I'm doing it on a computer today. It's just easier for me to do it that way, so that's why I'm doing it here. And then we have games. So they have some games on here. So they have some art coloring books. What came first? Some cultural crosswords, visual crosswords, puzzles. So you can go through and it'll show you how to do it first, and then you can play the games as well. So you can watch how to play, and then you'll do that there as well. And you can choose a crossword. You can play crosswords on here as well. And then to learn more about the artists and the clues, so if you want to just kind of take a look through these first before you play into the games, might help you if you don't really know much about art and things like that as well, or museums. And then you can go through and just see. And you can also explore art by time. You can pick a year. And they have an art coloring book, so you can do that and kind of play around with it. And then you can actually see the colors in the original paintings. And then there's also offline games as well that you can play on here. And to go back at any time, just hit that home button. It'll take you right back to this main page here. And then revisit blockbuster exhibitions from 2020. So you can see here some of the biggest ones that there were in 2020. And you can click on those as well. And then it has like, what's your favorite color? So you can pick your favorite color, and it'll show you artworks that are, to do with that color as well. And then you can explore a museum from home. So you can see the collection as well to do that. And then you can bring culture with augmented reality. So these are 3D models. So you can do it with your phone or camera, and you can take a look at them. And they have the art projector as well here. And you can put the pocket gallery as well. And then they have some stories as well on here. And then you can take a virtual holiday to Vietnam, and you can go start exploring, and you can do that as well. And then you could even take a selfie and see which artworks looks like you. So there's all kinds of things that you can do with this. It's just fantastic. I can't even begin to go through everything that's on here just because there's just so much. So what I would suggest doing is just kind of going through and finding out what your interests are, and then you can go through and just kind of take a look at everything. Also, if you're logged in, you can also save things to favorites. So you're just gonna, there's a heart that's next to the things, and you can save them. So if there's art images that you like, or that kind of thing, you can do that. There's also options for you to share them on Facebook as well. That's Google Arts and Culture. Have a great day.